Hello everyone, DMFF here, and today we're going to talk about my favorite Pokemon of all time, Haxorus. Now, this isn't a Pokedex entry for Haxorus, that will be coming later sometime once I get up to the 600s in the Pokedex, but I will talk a little bit about some information about Haxorus. Back in late 2010, there was a leak for the new Pokemon Black and Pokemon White games. This leak included all the new Pokemon movesets and their Japanese names. With all of this leaked information, the Pokemon Battle Simulator most used at the time, Pokemon Online, also received all of this leaked information. So, essentially, before Black and White even came out, we were able to play within a metagame that hadn't even come out yet. My friends and I found this Pokemon Online Battle Simulator in the late 2010s and immediately got to work, making some brand new teams with all new Pokemon. One Pokemon stood out to me from the rest. At this time, I knew this Pokemon as Ananokus. This Pokemon would later be revealed to be named Haxorus in English. Haxorus, design-wise, is also one of my absolute favorite Pokemon. Just look at this absolute unit. This aura-farming Velociraptor, Allosaurus, T-Rex, dinosaur-inspired apex predator with an axe for tusks was just absolute. It was just amazing. Its coloring is pretty cool too. The blades of the axe on its face, as well as its nails, are blood red, insinuating that this Pokemon means business and will absolutely coat its nails and axe in blood. Its shiny form being black and red, my favorite color combination, was just the cherry on top. Now let's take a quick look at this Pokemon, its stats and everything else. Firstly, let's talk about its Mono Dragon typing. Up to this point, there was not another Mono Dragon type that even came close to being as strong as Haxorus is. It also doesn't share that 4 times weakness to ice that many dragons do share. Its abilities being Rivalry, Mold Breaker, or its hidden ability being Unnerve are pretty neat, but the one that is most competitively viable would be Mold Breaker, being able to Earthquake over anything with Levitate, which was great, as Gengar was often seen. But these stats, look at them. They are quite good, actually. With a base stat total of 540, that's right, this Pokemon is not a pseudo-legendary, even though it is often compared to pseudo-legendaries, but that base 147 attack stat is what got me really excited for this Pokemon, being able to be an absolute wall-breaking unit. Its 97 speed is a little ouch, as it is being outsped by anything that is maximizing speed base 100, or anything higher than 97, which there is a lot of Pokemon like that. While its HP, special attack, and special defense were pretty middling, its regular defense was actually fairly serviceable and could take halfway decent physical hits at the time. So of course, back in 2010, on this Pokemon Online simulator, I absolutely made a team revolving all around him as the win condition. And this worked out very well for me, being able to climb very high in Elo with this Pokemon, and that continued even into Black and White and its meta proper. This Pokemon hit like an absolute freight train, and could be built multiple different ways. From single or double dance sweeper holding a Lumberry, all the way to choice scarf or choice band to be able to outrun certain things, but mainly not a lot of the faster scarfers. And the choice band to be able to hit like an absolute truck right out the get-go. I opted to utilize a dual dance strategy holding a Lumberry with my Haxorus, and I went with the moves Dual Chop instead of Outrage, and Earthquake. I chose Dual Chop as opposed to Dragon Claw or even something as powerful as Outrage to have the ability to break through any Focus Sash or Sturdy Pokemon that were plaguing the meta back then. This little setup found itself as the kingpin to the strategy of my balance team back in those days. Supported by various paralysis and sleep setters while they were still legal, this Haxorus was poised to just take off with the entire game, even if only one Swords Dance or Dragon Dance was activated. However, when Pokemon Black and White 2 released, Haxorus's position was ultimately usurped by the likes of Kyurem Black, a Pokemon that never should have been an overused to begin with. Haxorus immediately fell out of favor within Haxorus's own generation, and has been falling even further into obscurity as the years have gone on. I think it is about time for Haxorus to get some love, as I know it is a pretty beloved Pokemon in general, but it's also my favorite Pokemon, and I would love to see it get some love, as it is one of the Pokemon that the Pokemon Company has completely neglected since its release. It really hasn't received much of anything other than its shiny appearance in Pokemon Black and White 2. Seeing that Mega Evolutions would be coming to Pokemon Z to A, I was really excited and hopeful that we might be getting a Haxorus Mega Evolution, something that it desperately needs and deserves. We didn't get one of those. Why would Pokemon Company and Gamefreak cook so hard with an excellent Pokemon design like this, just for it to get swept under the rug and pushed to the wayside for about 15 years? Now, I have no idea what a Mega Haxorus would even look like. Does it just have more axes? No. I don't know what it would look like, but I do know what its base stats should probably look like. It would look something like this. Here's the base stats of normal Haxorus on the left, and base stats for my hypothetical Mega Haxorus on the right. As Mega Evolutions add 100 additional base stats, I figured this would be a balanced spread for our favorite Velociraptor Allosaurus T-Rex. I would give it an additional 10 to its base attack, just to make it hit a little bit harder than it was hitting before, and be on par with some of the stopping power of other Mega Evolutions. I would increase its defense by 20 points, making it a little bit bulkier in the physical defense side. And I would also increase its special defense by 25 to increase its bulk in the special defense side a little bit. Additionally, I would also give it 35 special attack on top of it, making it 90, so then that way it is serviceable for any of its mixed coverage options that it might have, like Fire Blast. Finally, I would give it 10 points to speed. 107 points in speed is not too shabby, and will outrun a lot of the base 100s, as well as things like Garchomp, but it will not outrun some of the faster Mega Pokemon or even faster regular Pokemon. I think this would be a really balanced wall breaker that is quite fast and hits really hard in the physical department, but could even lean into a more balanced mixed attacking role if it wanted to. This would add diversity and playability to Mega Haxorus in its stats department. As for Mega Haxorus's hypothetical ability, I would maybe say just leave it as Mold Breaker. If we wanted to make it be able to hit all types effectively, maybe give it Scrappy, but I think that might be a little bit too strong. Finally, and my most flavorful suggestion on this, would be Strong Jaw, and also give it a new signature move that is a Dragon-type biting attack. Maybe make it 2 hits like Dual Chop, since there's 2 sides to its axe. I think it could be really flavorful. If Strong Jaw would be the option, then I would probably take away that plus 10 to its attack and put it elsewhere. Maybe into its special attack, or one of its defenses, so then it is not too out of hand with additional speed. If you are sick of Haxorus not getting the love it deserves like I am, hit that like button, subscribe, ding that bell, and comment something that you would do to Haxorus to make it a little bit better in today's metagame. Maybe we'll see a Mega Evolution for it in Generation 10. Here's to hoping. Thank you so much for joining into today's video. Thank you so much to KMAL3170, my one VIP DMFFer. If you would like your name read off at the end of my videos, join my Patreon today. It's found right in the description of my videos. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.